Hello guys, and welcome to the first lecture of this video. In this video I'll show you how you can start your very own Minecraft server. So this is really for beginners. If you already know this, you should skip to the next video. So I have papermc.io. This is the website that we're gonna use to download all of our servers. So this is basically a fork of the Minecraft vanilla jar. You just click here to download and you can download any version you want. If you want an older version, just click here on Legacy and you'll be able to download any version. Just make sure to click here that you want to receive support for these builds, and you can see all the older versions. Now I'm gonna click to download the latest one, so I already have this. Now you're also gonna need a startup script. For that I'm just gonna go to Minecraft server start.bat or just Minecraft server. So this is their official website, minecraft.net. Now you're also gonna find this in the description below. So I'm just gonna copy this. You don't actually need to download their jar, because with this jar that we are using, PaperMC, you will be able to place plugins and add-ons, but with this one it's actually just vanilla, so you can place any plugins. So I recommend totally paper, but you can use any Spygot fork. So I'm just gonna create a folder on my desktop, click here for server, I'm gonna place the paper here. I'll rename it, and I'm gonna make a new text document. Now in this text document we will place the code we just copied, and just make sure here you have paper.jar. And maybe if you want, you can also increase the memory here. So for example, you have 2 giga, you're just gonna place it like that, and this is the minimum memory and this is the maximum one. After that you can click on File, Save As, and just make sure to have an extension with .bat here, and I'm gonna click Save. So after that we can finally start our Minecraft server. Now this is gonna point an error if you don't have the latest Java version, depending on what Minecraft version you use. So if that happens, you're just gonna have a link here and you click on it and you have to download the latest Java version. Now we also have to accept EULA. Okay guys, so the server stopped because we didn't accept EULA. So you have to open this up and change this to true. Now this is their terms and conditions, so just make sure you don't have a pay to win server, just don't make it like that. Now after we click start, it will actually start on the default port, which is 25565. Now you can also change this, so let me show you. You should have now all these files, and you can go to server.properties, and here you'll have many options. So for example, you have the max players, which is gonna be the slots of your servers, how many people can join on it. So I'm just gonna put this to 50 maybe. Then I have the view distance. I have if we want people to be able to go into the nether, I'm just gonna put this to false. And we have the server port. So if you want your server to be on a different port on your machine, just change this up. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. And also there is an important option, online mode. Now if you have more servers, or if your server is cracked, meaning you don't have a premium account, you can turn this to false so you can join. Normally people without a premium account can't join on an online mode server. So I'm just gonna leave this to true because I have one, but feel free to change this if you want. Just make sure to add security plugins such as Outme, but I'm gonna show you later in plugin sections that one. So I'm just gonna stop it. and start it again. Now our server should be ready. I'm just gonna click the multiplayer, add the server, and we have localhost, these dots, and then we have the port. So because this is the default port, we can just actually not place it, but if you have a custom port, you need to place it. Now I can just click done, and the server is ready. As you can see, it has 50 slots, and this is on my localhost. So if I join this, you can actually see in the console any comments I type. So for example, if I type game mode, creative, I don't have permission, but you can actually see that I typed the comment. Now, if you wanna give yourself permissions, you can do /op without slash, just op and then your Minecraft username. So my username is Stoiky, and I do op Stoiky, and now I can do game mode creative, for example. Now, thank you so much for this, for watching this video. I'll see you in the next. How you can install plugins to your Minecraft server. So what is a plugin? A plugin is basically an add-on that you can add to your Minecraft server, and it changes how things work. So let me show you an example. For example, you can go to spygotmc.org. So this is a really popular forum. You can go to resources, and here you can see people post all of their plugins. Now we'll sort this by downloads, and as you can see, this plugin has 7 million downloads. I'm gonna go ahead and download it. So what this plugin does is that it lets you change your skin. You can see all the comments in the description. For example, you can do skin and then skin name. So let's go ahead and look for a skin. For example, you can do Minecraft skins, and for example, I like this skin. So this skin name is named Moki. I'm just gonna copy this, and to actually install the plugin, you have to click on download, and then after you download it, you have to drag the jar inside the server plugins folder. So just drag it here and then start the server. Now you'll notice two things. So this doesn't have any permissions plugin that is on the server. You don't have anything, but some plugins can have permissions for the comments, so that not really everyone can do that thing. So for example, this plugin has the permission skin restore.bypass cooldown. Now if you have this permission, you'll be able to bypass the cooldown before setting the skin. We don't really need that right now, so let's just join the server. And now that I join it, I can do the skin comment. So as you can see, my skin now looks like this, and I can do /skin and then Mochi. It will change my skin. And as you can notice, this message, I don't really like it, how it's named. This has dark green, so I don't really like that. We can change this. You can search for Minecraft color codes, and here are all the color codes that you can use. So for example, this is dark green, so this will be this little symbol and then 2. So this one, this is just shift +7 and then 2. So this color code combined will make the color dark green. Now to change it, just open whatever plugin you have. Now we have Skin Restorer, and go to messages. Now to edit this, I highly suggest you that you install Notepad++, which is a really cool editor. So I'm gonna go ahead and download it. You just go to this website and then click on download. The process is very easy. You just click on download, and then it's very intuitive. You click on next, okay, agree, next, and then install. Now it should be installed. So now if I right click on this, you can open with Notepad++. And this is really cool because this lets us do many more things. This looks more beautiful, much better. And for example, we have this prefix here. So this prefix will show at the start of every message. So if, for example, I can change this to, for example, I don't like this color, I can change it to aqua, for example, which is B, and I can also change this to my server. Now you can obviously say anything here, it just doesn't matter. Now to reload the plugin, go to the plugin description, and then you'll see SR, which is the admin command, so you can do in the console SR reload. And now it says here my server. Now if I do the same thing, skin mochi, it will say my server, and then your skin has been changed. I still have this little color here, your skin has been changed. So to change all of them by instant, you can just copy this, highlight this, and then Ctrl+F, go to replace, and then you can change to whatever color you like. For example, I like white, so white is F. If I go to Minecraft color code, you should memorize this. You'll find this image also in the description. So just change this to white, and then click on replace all, Ctrl+C, and then if I do SR reload, it will say everything in white. And that's basically what you can do with this plugin. You can also change the cooldown that players have before setting their next skin. So you can really go to config, for example. You can also set disabled skin, so people are not allowed to set that certain skin. You can also set the time, that how many minutes before the skin expires, and you have many options here. You have this little hashtag which tells you a little description of the option that you can edit. So let's go ahead and search for cooldown. You can see it has skin change cooldown 30 and then skin error cooldown 5. So now we are OP'd, so we can bypass this cooldown, but you can modify this. I don't really want any cooldown, so I'm just gonna set it to 0, but I could also give this permission to all the players. Now in the next video I'm gonna show you how you can make permissions and groups on your server so that you can organize everything better. Hello guys, and welcome to another lecture where I'll show you an amazing plugin which lets you edit your Minecraft world. So to do that, open a browser, go to spy.mc.org, go to resources and search for fast async world edit. So you'll also find this in the description, and as you can see here, this is the plugin. You can click on download. So if you have 1.18 or the latest version, you should download it from this link. But if you, for whatever reason, use any other version, you'd have to actually download it from this link. So you'll have both of these in the description, and you can select here the version. For example, let's say I want to download it for 1.8. I can just click here and then download, and this will download me the 1.18 version, or everything up to 1.12. But obviously we don't want to do that, so this is the jar for 1.18. But obviously we don't want to do that, we want to download the latest version, which is from here. Make sure it says bucket, and just click on this and then place it on your Minecraft server. So open up the plugins folder, and here keep, and I'm just gonna path this here, and now start. Okay guys, now the server is started, and as you can see, fast async world edit is loaded. If I do /plugins, it will tell me that world edit is here. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that when you use this on an older version, so for example 1.8, 1.12, you would also need Okay guys, now as you can see the server has started, and if I join, you'll notice something. If I do the command /plugins, it will show me that WorldEdit is now enabled. By the way, this is how you can check what plugins are enabled or not. And if you're using an older version, you'll actually see this red because you also need a dependency. So let me show you. You're gonna go to WorldEdit and here on bucket. So in the older versions, you also needed this to run WorldEdit. So if you're using 1.8 or 1.12, any older version, you would want to go to File and also download this one. But since we are using the new version, we don't need to do that anymore, and so we can just start using it. So let me go into creative mode. So this plugin is really simple. With this plugin you can do many structures. So for example, you can do /want, and this will give you a wooden X. You can actually use any kind of wooden X you want, and you can select positions by left clicking and then right clicking. So just left click on the block you want to select and then right click, and as you can see it says first position and then second position, and you can actually do some pretty cool stuff, world modifications. So you can do, for example, set and then the block name, which is, for example, grass block. And if I do that, as you can see, the terrain changed. And you can do that pretty much with anything. This is usually used for builders, but you should also know this. Maybe you want to edit something real quick and don't want to just fill this manually. Another thing that's pretty cool is that you can select walls. So let me show you. Left click, and then let's go up here and say right click. And this can be, for example, walls and then bedrock, for example. So notice how this has /. All the comments from this plugin have /. No other plugin does that, so it should be pretty easy to memorize. If I do that, it will have amazing wall, and you can pretty much use this to make your time more efficient. Also, some things that you can do is that you can do, for example, spheres. So let's say I want to do a sphere of stone and then 3. I'll do /top. Okay, this doesn't work. So
you can do spheres with it. Maybe it was a better idea to go into spectator mode before doing this. So let me show you again. So you can do sphere stone 3, and this is what it will create. You can also increase the radius. For example, I want sphere stone 10, and this will create a bigger sphere. And what builders usually do is that they are taking a wand. For example, let's say they take the wooden shovel and they do beer. And as you can see, you have many options here. For example, you can do sphere, right? And then you can do the block name, for example, stone, or usually they use sand, and then you can do the radius. So for example, 3. And if I right click with this, it will make nice spheres. So this is a pretty cool thing, because now that I have this, I can actually use another command, which is gmask. So what this command does is that it only targets a certain block. So for example, I want only to change the sand here. I want to change everything that's sand. So if I do gmask sand, and then I do the same command, beer sphere, let's say stone, and then 3. Now, if I right click on the ice, nothing happens because this is not sand. But if I right click on the sand, it will actually just change the sand. So you can really play with this. This is really advanced. If you wanna see more comments, you can go into the plugin description. So this is Fast Async Edit. Let me go back here. You can also go to their Discord server and they'll help you. You have over 200 comments, so you have many things. But before this video ends, I just want to show you one more comment, which is pretty cool. So if you wanna disable the gmask, if you want to go back to the normal shovel, you just do /gmask, and now basically anything is back to normal. So you don't really have to use gmask if you don't want to. You can just do /possono. This also works the same as left and right clicking with the wooden X, and then postio. So this is the command, and then you can do replace and then stone, let's say. And now every block inside the selection area will be made out of stone. So this is really complex. I'm not gonna show you all the comments, but if you are interested in more, you should really look into this. So you'll also find this documentation in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. First, in this video, I'll show you how you can create regions, which we will be using WorldEdit for. Now, if you didn't see the last video on how to use WorldEdit, I highly recommend you watch it, but I'm going to assume you already did. So to make regions, just search for WorldGuard on the web, and then you'll find this link from Bukkit. Now, you're gonna go to File, and you're gonna download the latest version. Now make sure you download the version for your Minecraft server, but I use 1.18, and I'm going to download this one. But again, this is gonna change if you use an older version. So you're gonna keep, you're gonna keep this, and you're gonna go to the server, plugins, and just drag this and drop, just like this, and then restart the server. Okay guys, the server is back and running, and now you can join it. And if I do /plugins, let's do it in the console. You can see that World Guard is now enabled, and you can create the regions now. So to create a region, what is exactly a region? A region is a certain area that when players are inside it, they can do certain things. So let me give you an example that would be better. So you just want to select a region exactly how you did with World Edit. For example, I want from here and then post 1. So post 1 is always the first position, post 2 is always the second. And you want to do RG define, because we want to create it right now. And then you can do a test. Test is just the name, you can name this however you want. And now if I do RG info, you can see that I'm in the region named test. So if I go far from that, I do RG info, you'll see that I'm not in any region now. And you can set certain flags. So if I go back to test region, I can do, for example, RG flag test. So this is the region name. And then you can set certain flags. If I don't know any flag, I can just do S, for example, and it will tell me all the flags that are available. And I can do, for example, item drop, and then I do deny. So in this region, players will not be able to drop items. Now, because I'm OP'd, I'm allowed to do that, but if I go and de-op myself, de-op stoiki, then I do try to drop it, it will tell me that I can't actually drop items here. Now, if you don't like this message, you can also modify that. So let me OP me again. And you can do RG flag, and then the region name, test, and then deny message. I'm just gonna put this little thing, and I'm gonna go to cool symbol, okay. So I'm gonna go to this website, and let's search for a symbol. For example, I want this one, and I can do inside this bracket, I can do some colors. Now, if you don't know the colors, you can just search for Minecraft colors again, and you will find them right here. So L is for bold, and I want to do, you cannot do that here, for example. This is just an example, you can set this however you want, maybe without bold. And now if I de-op myself and try to drop something, okay, I'm not in the region, it will actually tell me you cannot do that here. Okay, let me try to OP myself again and remove this. Okay, so apparently you don't need that. Sorry, that was my fault. So if I de-op myself now and do this, it will just tell me that I can't do that here. And you can modify this message however you want. You can put maybe an error at the first. For example, you can do like this, error, and then this little symbol, OP stoiki. And now if I de-op myself, okay, apparently I'm leaving the region. Yeah, so you can really play with this, you can do this however you want. You can add certain symbols, you can do anything you want. And let me show you some more flags. So some useful flags are, you can do, for example, RG flag test and then invincible. So what this will do is that people are not gonna be able to take damage inside here. You can do allow. So notice how this can either be set to allow or deny. If I wanna remove this, I can just type the same flag without anything, without any allow or deny, and it will just remove the flag from the region. But I want it to keep I want to keep it to allow. I can do also PvP, so I can disable PvP, let's say. I can also disable block break. Sorry, you have to do deny. So it's very intuitive, block break, deny, and then block place as well. Now if I deop myself, I will not be able to break blocks inside the region. Notice how in the global region I can, but in the region I can't. I can't also take any damage. I'm now in creative, but I can't take any damage. Let me game mode survival stoic. Okay, let's try again. So game mode creative stoic, and now game mode survival stoic. So as you can see, I fall, but I can't take any damage. So this is working. Now, a really cool thing that you can do with this plugin as well is that you can set more regions inside. So let's say I want to set another region right here. So if I want to do that, I can just select it inside it and then select another, RG define test 2, for example, and then RG set priority test 2, and now we just have to put a higher number than that's the priority of the test region. So this will be 2, for example. It says here that higher numbers override. If I do RG info, it will tell me that I'm in the test, but if I go inside it, it will tell me that I'm in the test 2. So this is priority 2. Now I can do more flags here. So let's say I want RG flag test 2, and I can do block break allow. So this is useful when you want to create a mine for prison, for example. And now if I go deop myself, I'm not gonna be able to break here, but inside it I can break, but I still cannot place because it's still the main region that's blocking me. So this is pretty much all you have to know. You can do, again, you can really play with this. If you don't know all the flags, you should go to World Guard and again go to their wiki, but you can also see all the flags in game, so you don't really have to do that if you don't want to. So if you want all the flags, let me search for flags. Okay, so here it should explain you all the flags that are. So starting from pass through to whatever flag it is, for example interact, and for example you can see that interact is blocking doors, levers, etc. And yeah, you can really play with that. Let me know if you have any questions in the section comment, and I'll show you how you can install a pretty cool plugin, which is Essentials. So to do that, open up a browser and search here Essentials and then Spygot. You'll also find this link in the description below. And as you can see, this plugin is pretty cool. You can also go to their Discord server or wiki if you want. And you can click here to download it. And this plugin is a bit special because this is a collection of more plugins. This is a core. So you can install the main plugin, which is this one. And then you also have some add-ons such as spawn or chat. So we'll download, for example, the spawn one. And I'll show you how this can work. Then you want to drag this on your Minecraft server. So let's open the server. Here go on the plugins and just place them here. After that, start your server and join it.
After the server has been started, we can join it and we can see that we have a few changes once we join. So the first thing we notice is that we have this little message here. You have no new mail and set fly mode. So this plugin, it's doing lots of things. For example, you can do /GMC and this will turn your game mode into creative. You can also do GMC for game mode survival. It also has commands such as fly, so you can fly. It also has warps. So for example, I can do set warp and then test, for example. And now if a player goes, it's anywhere and it does /warp test, it will teleport him to this exact location. So you can set warps such as crates, you can do Warzone warps, any kind of warp you want. You also can set homes as a player, so I can do /set home, and then this works exactly the same way. I can do /home and it will teleport me here. We also have balances, so if I do /balance, you can see that I have 0 money. I can give myself as an admin money with equal give and then my name and then whatever sum of money I want to give. So for example, I want to give myself $1,000. I will do this comment, and now as you can see I have $1,000 in my account, and I can use this money to purchase more things. And this plugin is really complex because you can do many things with it. For example, I can do /pay and I can pay a player money that I have in my account. Or I can also purchase things from shop plugins, which I'll show you in the next videos. But for now, let's just focus on the main comments of this plugin. So as you can see, I have, if I go to plugins, I have Essential Spawns add-on, and I can do set spawn, and then this spawn will be the main spawn for every player. If I do /spawn as a player, I can teleport in this exact same location, and it's pretty cool. You also have kits around, so for example I can do /kit and I can list all the kits available that I have access to. I can do /chi to clear my inventory, and if I want to take a kit, I'll just do kit and then tools, for example, and it's giving me these items. Now I can also create my own kit, so let me give you an example. If I want to take, let's say, some armor, I can also do this. It will work exactly the same way. I can do /create kit and then the kit name. So for example, I want this one to be kit starter, and then I have to type a delay. So this delay will be in seconds. I can do 360, for example, and this will have a delay of 360 seconds. And I can do it now, so I can do /kit starter and it will give me the kit. Now you can put any items here. You can even put custom names. So let me show you. For example, I want /give stoiki iron chestplate, which is the name of the item, 1, and then I can do a custom name here. So I can do name and then a custom name. Again, remember these colors, I already showed you in the last video. If you don't remember the codes, I'll show you an image in the description. So we can do, for example, start, and then to put a space, you have to use this underline and then kit. So this will look amazing. I can also do a lore if I want, for example, lore, and then this is a cool kit. But again, you have to type in the underlines, because if you type without them, it will not work. So let's go here and put the underlines. like this. And this also has a lore now. So I can delete the kit, delete kit start, and then I can create it again. Create kit starter, 360 seconds. And any player can claim this if you give them the permission. You'll also have all the permissions in the wiki if you wanna learn more about it. But let's go really quick in the config. So I go to plugins, essentials, and as you can see, there are more folders. For example, we have more to do, and this one will be the message that it's sent to the player. So if I leave the server right now and join it again, it will tell me this motd. Now you can change this. You can put here, for example, welcome to my server. Now don't do this, you can also disable it completely, but just to give you an example, and you can do essentials reload to reload the plugin /motd, and it will show this message when you join. You can do pretty much things with this plugin, and it also shows you the description of each individual option. For example, this is the OPC name color. So because I'm OP'd, in the chat I will be shown as red. If you want to disable this, just remove it. And then you can do again essentials reload. But I could also put any color inside it, so just feel free to customize this how you want. We also have nicknames. So for example, you can do /nick and then whatever name you want, Herobrine. And it will show you this little prefix here, which you can disable. And you can also disable the default money that's given to the player. So just search here for economy. And it will show you starting balance. You can put, for example, $1,000, and now each new player that joins the server will receive $1,000. The minimum money, I can set this to 0 because I don't want people to have negative balance. Minimum pay amount, this can be set to 100 or 10 if you don't want players to spam the pay command. This can get really annoying. And you can also set delays. You can set the chat if you have the Essentials chat plugin. And that's pretty much about it. You can customize more things. For example, the join messages. So you have custom join message, and you can put here the player name. So let's say I want to do a plus and then the player name. If I do essentials reload now, and then I disconnect, I go back here, and it will show that I joined the server. Now you can really play with this. You can put your prefix. Now we don't have any prefix, but you could. You can also make this bold. You can put a little symbols behind it, and you can really play with this. You don't have to make it exactly how I made it, but yeah, this is pretty cool, and you can really play with the config. Now one little more thing I want to show you is that, okay, maybe remove this. So one more thing I want to show you is that you can edit the messages. Now if you look carefully in this plugin, you'll notice that you don't have any messages here. So for example, this message, welcome, no, you have no new mail, right? Or if I do game mode, you have these colors and probably you don't like it, or even you want to translate this. So I'll show you how you can do that. To do that, you want to go to the plugin. I just want to make a copy of it. Copy, and then I'll paste it on my desktop. you'll have to open this with WinRAR. Now, if you don't have WinRAR, don't worry, you can download this. You can go to WinRAR page, and it's completely free. You can download it right now. Just click here and install it. And if you open this with WinRAR, you'll notice that you have here messages.properties or messages.properties, and you can have here more languages. For example, if I want to open it in Espanol, right? This will be the messages, and you have all them already translated. You don't have to translate anything. And you also have messages.properties, which is the current file, and just place this inside here, and you'll notice that you have this little symbol here, which if you are a beginner, it means just basically this symbol. So this thing right here is the same as this one. Okay, so it's the same, it's doing the same thing, but they wrote it like that just so the plugin can read it. If you don't like it, you can simply replace it. So as you saw before in the Espanol version, let me go back to it, open with WinRAR, and then we have messages Espanol, and you have this symbol instead, and you can replace it. So let me copy this, replace, and then you have this one, and then you do replace all. So now it looks so much better because you can see more, and you can replace. For example, I don't like the color of gold, so this color right here, I don't like it. For example, let's say I want it to be white, so I would do F and then replace all, and then save, Essentials reload, and now you can see that it has a white aspect. Now you can change this to whatever you want. You can change more things. For example, you can change the broadcast completely. If I do BC test, you can change this to whatever you want. Let me search for it, broadcast, and you can replace this and put here announcement, for example, and you can do essentials reload. So now if I do broadcast, it will show me the way I want it. So again, you can really play with this. I'm not gonna take any more of your time, and I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below, where I'll show you how you can install placeholders in your Minecraft server and how you can use them. So to do that, we'll be using a plugin which is called Placeholder API. You're gonna go to this page and download it, just like we do with any other plugin. And you wanna drag this on your Minecraft server. So let me explain you what a placeholder is. A placeholder is basically a variable that we can use to influence things, such as menus. And all the plugins have placeholders. Now, if you don't know what the placeholders for your plugin are, you can go to this page and then search for Essentials, which is the plugin we'll be using the placeholders for. But obviously you can use any plugin, like for example you have here Epic Levels, Epic Heads, Invoice. You can do any plugin you want, but for this video I'll be using Essentials. So after the server is started and Placeholder API is installed, you can join it. As you can see, if I do plugins, you have here Placeholder API installed. I'm gonna OP myself, and now to install the placeholders of the plugin, because obviously now we can't use the placeholders of Essentials because we didn't install the module of it. So to install it, you wanna do puppy ecloud download and then the plugin name. So in our case it's Essentials. I'm gonna do this command and then puppy reload. Also, this is how you update expansions like that. You just do the command again and then puppy reload. and it says here 1 placeholder hooks registered. Now we can use placeholders to verify one in the game in the chat. You can do poppy parse and then your name, for example, because you want to check for you. Now if you want to check for other player, you just put other player name here, but I want to do it for me. And then I want to check, for example, if the player has fly enabled. So I want to do this placeholder right here, and I'll do the comment, and it will say yes, because I have fly enabled. If I were to disable it, say I do /fly, and it's now disabled, if I do the same comment, it will return no, which is pretty cool, so you can do some conditions with that. And sometimes you'll also find something like this, and in this case you wanna replace it with whatever you wanna use. So in this case it's kit is available. Now placeholders are very intuitive, so you should deduce what this means, but you can also try it to see. So let me do poppy parse me, or my name, and then you wanna replace the kit name with whatever kit you have on your server. So for example, I have kit tools, and if I do this, if I replace kit name with tools, this will return yes. So this means I can use the kit right now. And if I were to not be able to use it, it will return no. So you can do, maybe you can do a menu, which I'll show you in the next video how to do. You can do maybe a menu where if the player cannot use the kit, you can print a cool message and say that you have to wait for a certain cooldown. I'm pretty sure there is also a cooldown. So this one, for example, time until available. Now this will return 0 because I can use the kit already, or something like that. But if I wouldn't be able to use it, so this is the kit name, it will just return the time in seconds. So that's pretty much with the placeholders. You can really play with it. You can use any placeholder you want. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. In the next video, I'll show you how you can create menus with this, and see you in the next one. Alright.